What's up guys, Balmont here. So a couple of days ago, someone just dropped a bomb on us. Apparently we will be getting a Streets of Rage movie adaptation. Now this has always raised many red flags for us gamers because, well, to put it simply, the Hollywood, the movie industry is hell-bent on almost always snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. That's how they approach video game movies. Just look at the latest Resident Evil adaptation. It was atrocious. And make sure to watch this video until the very end because I have a very special announcement to make regarding an upcoming video about Streets of Rage 4. So go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel to help us grow, and let's get right to it. It's no mystery to anyone that video game movie adaptations tend to fall into that atrocious limbo area of film adaptations because, on one hand, the movies are usually never good enough to appeal to non-gamers, and most of the times they stray from the original material so much that actually, people who play the games, people who are very familiar with the source material, find them absolutely horrifying, and for the wrong reasons. However, Streets of Rage's film adaptation does have a couple of things going for it. The first one being that it's a straight-up action movie. It's a B movie, it's an 80s movie to an extent. There's just enough backstory to justify the ticket or the game cartridge, but in essence, it's pure ass-kicking from beginning to end. Satisfying, no-brainer, it's just pure fun. And the second thing, which is intrinsically related to this, is the scriptwriter. Yes, I'm talking about Derek Kolstad, who, in case you don't know, has scripted the first 3 John Wick movies. He won't be involved in the 4th one, which was delayed until March 2023 if nothing goes wrong. Now, if you've ever watched any John Wick movie, and if you are a Streets of Rage fan, then chances are you have and like those films, then you'll know that it's exactly the same formula. There's a piece of backstory, it's never too intrusive, but it's just there to set the tone, to set the motivation for John Wick to do what he does. And this raw and straight to the point level, style of screenwriting fits perfectly with a Streets of Rage movie. So that's why, again, I'm never gonna say that I'm confident. Okay, I'm never gonna say that I'm confident that a video game adaptation for the big screen is gonna work out, or that's even gonna be faithful. But Derek Kolstad's, and I'm not even gonna say reputation, okay, his resume, his previous works do indicate that yes, we could be getting a very fun and satisfying Streets of Rage movie. I don't think it's gonna be a blockbuster. I don't think it's gonna be anything grand. Well, as a matter of fact, Streets of Rage itself is not a grand game. It's about ass kicking, and that's exactly how it should be. Now, I keep thinking, I've started to wonder, of course, which characters are they going to insert? I mean, Axel, Blaze, and Adam, they are an absolute given. Well, maybe Skate's gonna make an appearance as well. Of course, Shiva, Shiva's probably gonna be inserted as this frenemy type of character. He's some sort of rival, but in the end, he's probably gonna end up helping the gang out. We've all seen this a million times, and quite frankly, there's no reason for this not to happen in this movie. And of course, I wouldn't expect to see Roo out of every single character, the kangaroo, because quite frankly that would be kind of costly because of the CGI effects, and I don't really think that this movie is gonna have the biggest and Avenger level budget. That's never been the case for a video game adaptation. But I do hope, for example, if he has had contact with Streets of Rage 4, that we get to see Estelle, or maybe even Cherry. As a matter of fact, I think it's very likely that we are getting to see Cherry, to give that more family thing that Hollywood loves so much. Adam, he's out there, he has his brother, he has his daughter, and maybe his daughter is gonna be kidnapped. It could be a good setup, even though most of us would rather see Cherry kicking ass with her guitar. And there are a couple of elements from other games which they could very well incorporate. I'm pretty sure that there is going to be a bar scene. If it's a brawler movie, then you need to have a bar fight scene. So of course we can expect Barbon. Maybe we'll get to see, the bar ladies, and of course some arcade cabinets, maybe, with some thugs playing Streets of Rage, and then Axel's gonna knock him out, and maybe the movie's gonna begin. And of course, I would very much love to see my beloved Estelle, which, is my favorite character in Streets of Rage 4. I'm usually torn between Shiva and her, but that's because I perform a little bit better with Shiva, but in my heart, Estelle will always be number one. Now, I want to know your impressions about this upcoming adaptation. Now, what are your thoughts? What do you think the story could be? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it has a chance at being good? And like I promised at the very beginning of this video, on April 30th, which will mark Streets of Rage 4's 2nd anniversary, I will be releasing a special 2-year anniversary about the game. Ever since its release, a lot has changed, and to be fair, to be honest, this has become the ultimate. This has become, I'm gonna say, perfect beat 'em up game. Now make sure to subscribe because you won't want to miss this. Palmon out.